Never judge a book by its cover. I walked in an Astoria years ago and I was like, nah. And I think it was when they first brought it out. It was okay. But looking in this one, like, when have you ever seen gold fixtures inside of a RV? I mean, seriously, when have you seen that? This is a great floor plan. The price of it is kind of high, but they do have a discount at the RV show. Sierra RV, ask for Juan if you are interested. They do have it marked down to $59,999. And this is actually a lightweight bunkhouse too. So we'll start back here and I'll show you guys the outside and the weight of this rig. So you do have a platform you can step up on for your kids and they can jump up here. I'm sure they can do that. And they do have lights down below and a decent size wardrobe for you. Above it, some storage for some toys and USBs right there, which would come in handy if you have older kids with devices, and a storage down below. And that's pretty much it. They do provide a pocket door because kids get loud and you'll need that sometimes. But look at that, nice color. It really goes well with the whole accent of this RV. But check out this huge residential size farm style sink. No divider. Love how this looks. I kind of wish I would have bought that for my RV. But countertop space everywhere. Fireplace down below. Television's high, which is good. It's a good spot for that. They do provide a small microwave, which is pretty typical for a rig like this. 3-burner cooktop. However, they are giving you a stainless steel front. Looks really nice. And then check out, again, your handles. Everything looks really, really upscale. Something else I've been noticing from RV manufacturers now is they're not showing you the hinges anymore, so they're hidden. And they do have lights on the slide out too. Now, only negative is this refrigerator. This is small for a fifth wheel, even though this is not a big one. It is a gas electric, but it's not big at all. But this would basically be the pantry right beside it. Really deep. It's better than what I have in my fifth wheel, which is 40 foot. And then they do have a pop-up on the side of the sink too. But look at how much countertop space you have. Tons of it. A lot of space under the sink. Look at that. And I love the fact that they gave you a bench back here with storage. Above the dinette, you do have some storage too. Really nice design too. I like how they set all this up. This looks really nice. And what is this? I'll check that out. It's a desk. So if you do work from home, you can just work from here. You have the chairs right there. Wow. Now, as you guys can see, they did provide storage below the step here for your shoes. And look how much space you have when you walk in. Normally you walk in as a family, taking shoes off. Everyone has a spot to wiggle their shoes off. You do have a handle here to walk up. And this is a decent sized bathroom. Porcelain toilet. Something to hang your towels up there. 2-piece shower. This is kind of small, but for the size of this rig, this is what you would expect. And I prefer below the counter sinks and not plastic. But you can upgrade all this stuff if you like. Storage below the sink. And then you do have a vanity with a little bit of storage too. Control panels right here. And this does have 2 AC units, one in the main area, and then there is one in the bedroom. And this bedroom isn't bad. Like, I don't mind this bed to be this way just because it's not on a slide, so if you're traveling, you don't want to go to a campground, you can pretty much park, jump in the bed, and not have to worry about putting out a slide. This is basically a walk-in closet. Has a pocket door, some power outlets, and then if you want a washer and dryer. It's actually a big space for this. But if you want to just hang clothes in here, you have that option too. It does have a light for this area, censored. And then check out your wardrobe. Additional area right here. So you kind of have a his and her closet. Wow. Decent sized drawers. You have USBs, power outlets on both sides, nightstands with storage. Really big too. Pretty good. Pretty good. And what I like about this rig is you can walk on both sides of the bed really easy. Now this slide is obviously in, you won't be able to, but yeah, you do have a windshield up front too. And I love the color of the doors. Everything flows well with this floor plan. Really nice rig. All right, let's take a look on the outside. So as I mentioned, this does have that windshield. RhinoFLEX pin box through Kurt. This area is locked. I'll try to find one that's open for you guys. Electric jacks up front. Propane on opposing sides. 30 pounds. And I like that they gave you a light strip in this area too. That way you don't have to turn on a light. I like that a lot better. And this is actually pretty big too. This one does have solar prep. And this is probably for the lights, yeah. Really cool. This does have the motorized step above as well. And you can hang one of your televisions on the outside. Cable, power, fresh water fill. And this is the back of your furnace. Now this rig does have high-spec tires, and it's going to be a ST 225/75 15-inch wheel, nitrogen-filled tires. Not a tire I would definitely go full timing with, but I would definitely change these off in a couple thousand miles. And as you guys can see, it does not have an upgraded suspension, so that's something else you might have to do. But check out some of the windows you have on this rig. And you have a large awning with outside speakers up top right there. And they do provide an outside refrigerator too. This is definitely worth it if you are planning to go on extended trips. Propane disconnect right down below. Now this is an Astoria too. Let's see if this storage, this storage area is open. So this is pretty much what you're gonna see probably in the other one. It's pretty deep. They do provide the spare tire here. Not my favorite setup, but not bad. Now just below the bunk, they did utilize this space for storage. And there's a lot of storage down below here too. I can't open it all the way because of the pin box here. And then your power is out back. You can tow a trailer with this fifth wheel. And here are the specs for that. 3,000 pounds, 300 pounds for tongue weight. They are using LED lights out back. And it is prepped for a camera too. I can see it right there. They do use a cable driven slide on this side. Not my favorite, but it's not the worst thing. You do have to dump from back here. I'm going to check to see if there's another area up front too. Hold on one second. And this is the valve too, actually. Alrighty, so you do have to dump from two different areas. I'm pretty surprised they did that, but you know what? That's probably how they had to do it because of how the floor plan is set up. Low hanging drain points right there. And this is the back of your water heater too. Let's see how big this is. 10 gallons. That is pretty good for this size fifth wheel. And another cable driven slide right here, which I don't mind because this is a small slide. So they provide a spray port right here. I would almost rather this be on the other side by the steps. But your city water connection and your black tank flush and then your valves, I would like these to be flipped. I say it in a lot of my videos because when you hook up the water and you got to pull your valves, the hoses get in the way. So I prefer that they change this up. They do have a hot water bypass, and you do have the Lippert auto leveling system. I don't know if I mentioned, but solid floor surfaces too down here. Really cool. And let's take a look at these numbers real quickly. So this has an unloaded vehicle weight of 8,540 pounds. Gross vehicle weight rating is going to be 12,000 pounds. Gross axle weight rating is going to be 5,100 pounds per. So by 5,100 times 2, it's going to be 10.2. And tire and wheel setup here. And then all in, this has a cargo carrying capacity of 3,400 pounds. I've never seen one that big. And they probably did that to try to keep this as low as possible so you can possibly tow it with a half ton, but I would not recommend that. But on that note, I hope this was helpful. Be sure to subscribe to my channel, guys, and I'll see you guys soon.